everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and look at this cute little box. This is not my original idea. I saw it on Tuppence Coloured, and I do love this box, so I wanted to share it with you. It opens just by squeezing it like that. Isn't that adorable? I thought this idea was super cute. That's why I'm sharing it with everybody, so you can make them for yourself. So I'm going to do it on Whisper White so you can see, because there is some extra scoring and stuff on it. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need a piece of 6 inches by 8.5, and then if you want to mat it, you're going to need a piece of 3.5 by 3.5. This is the designer series paper. I'm using Pyjas, and then a piece that's 3 3/4 by 7/8. Now if you want to mat the front and back, you'll need 2 pieces of these. So let's go ahead and get scoring. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to score it on the 8.5 inch side, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. And then we're going to score it at 4.5. And then you're going to turn it, score it at 1 inch, and then at 5 inches. Okay, so the rest of the scoring we are going to do with a ruler and our bone folder. So, oh, one other thing I forgot to do here. Now, I need to score to find the center of each one of these. So when you do that, you are going to score, this area right here is 4 inches. So you're going to score at 2 inches. So I'm going to score on this side, and we're going to score 2 inches. Just put it up to that first score mark right there, and then just scoot it over, and I line this up with the 2 inch mark right here, and then you can score again up to that first score mark. So on the bottom part, you're going to have the center of each one of these squares, so it's right here. So what we're going to do now with our ruler is we're going to go, I'm going to go ahead and grab a pencil, and I'm going to just mark so you can see. There's this point here to this, and then this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to score from this point right here, center your ruler, and then you're going to score down with your bone folder to that point, and then you're going to turn it, and you are going to score again down to that point. And we're going to do the same thing with this square right here. So I'll go ahead and mark those so you can see what I'm talking about. So then line up your ruler again, score down there, and then turn it and score there. Okay, so now you have 2 triangles right here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this little corner off on each side. These are going to form our tabs. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut in, do this part because this will help in folding your box. And then we're going to cut up each one of these to form our little bottom flap. So let's sharpen all these score marks, even the triangular ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it together. I'm going to use fast fuse, use like sticky strip or a stronger adhesive. This will hold it, this fast fuse. Ooh, I just pressed a little bit too hard. The fast fuse will hold this box, but I really like use like a sticky strip or some strong double-sided adhesive. Don't use like your Tombow or anything like that. So now we're going to fold under these. I'm going to put 2, I'm going to put adhesive. Ooh. Okay, so my adhesive does not work. I'm going to just go ahead and use the snail. I need to refill that. I've been using it a lot. On 2 sides. And then what I did was I just folded one over, and then you can do it either way. You can fold over the 2 like that. Oh, I'm getting out of the camera. Try to keep it square so they're not hanging over. I did that on a couple of the first ones that I made. I had to trim it down. Okay, so then go in there, and I usually go in with my bone folder and make sure it's down really good. Okay, so see what I mean about getting it under? I'll have to trim that. Getting it, so you have to make sure you're all lined up. Okay, so that's it. So the next thing that we're going to do, see how it just opens like that. Isn't that cute? So let's go ahead and mat it, and I'm going to show you how to cut the matting so it fits just right. So on the 3.5 and 3.5, we are going to make a little score mark in the center, 1 3/4. So just put a little score mark there. And then we're going to bring up, that little score mark is going to guide us. So we are going to put that at the top of where you're going to cut, and then put your point at the other end. And then you're going to just cut up there. And you're going to turn it and do the exact same thing on this piece. So you have your triangle, and these are the 2 sides. So you just need that one piece. So I hope you got that. Let's use some snail and attach it. I really would have liked to use the pear pizzazz, but I think it's going to be cute. But I wanted to make sure you could see it really good and use the Whisper White, because there is a lot of different scoring on it. Oop, this one goes on this side. And then this one goes on the other side. And then we'll grab the other piece for the top. And you see what I'm saying? If you want to do the back side, you need to double the amount you need. And that goes on the top. So now I'm going to grab a pear pizzazz ribbon here. If I could keep it still. Let me see if I can grab enough to tie a bow. I don't even know if I put enough to get a bow. No, I didn't think so. I guess I'll save that for another. That's why I like to do it on here, but in the camera it's really hard to do it on the spool for me. So let's just cut an extra long piece. I like the ribbon to be long on these, the little tails anyway, so. Oh my goodness, come on, Angie. Get in. All right. Okay, ladies, this is the best we're gonna get right now. So I'm gonna just trim these a little bit. And then I'm going to grab, if you do this in your lap, or I usually like to hold it still in my lap and then tie it. We're going to use a piece of, which is right here, our Whisper White twine. And I didn't stamp the Enjoy. So I'm using the Enjoy, I'm using this Num Num stamp set. I love this. It's great for little treat boxes and stuff. And I'm going to use Pyjas to stamp it. I love this little Enjoy. It's so cute. Make sure I got enough ink on there. Isn't that cute? And then I'm just going to hand cut it. So I'll just speed up the video to do that. Okay, so we got that all cut out. I'm going to grab my hole punch, put a little hole in there. Now we'll use the Whisper White to attach it and grab our little box. I love this pair of Pyjas. It's so pretty. And then tie this on here. Scoot it over. Trim these off. And there you have it. I will tie this a little bit tighter and a little bit prettier later. But that's it. Isn't that cute? I love this box. It was so cute. When I saw this, I thought, oh, that is so super cute. So here's the other one. I hope you got the instructions good. If you have any questions, just leave a comment, and I will try to answer that as soon as possible. So if you need any products for this, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com, and you can shop right from my blog. So that's everything. That's it. I hope everyone has a blessed day. I hope they enjoy making these. I thought they were adorable. And so that is it. Have a great day. Bye.